decentralized.
What's going on, Crypto Paradise and Tordess fam around the world? Welcome back to another TA with Tordess, the series that we've been running since November of last year. We get on almost every week. We've missed a couple, but almost every week we get on here, and we're trying to teach you new strategies for chart reading, for analyzing projects, for getting ahead of the market, doing that technical analysis so you can improve your trading skills and put them to work on the Tordess platform. If you're not familiar with Tordess yet, Tordess is the top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art market leader in prop trading within Web3. Prop trading is a more than $7 billion a year industry in the traditional markets, and it's one of the few areas of the traditional markets that haven't made it into the DeFi realm of Web3 yet at any sort of scale. So Tordess is bringing that to the industry. And we've seen how big DeFi projects get, how big new sectors in DeFi, when they come in from the traditional markets into Web3, they absolutely blow up typically. So we've got huge love for Tordess. They've been one of our partners for a long time. Very excited to see them get launched here this spring once this market turns around, and to have very high hopes and expectations for where they can go with this. So prop trading, quick TLDR, and then we'll pass it off to our guests here. But TLDR, in terms of what is prop trading is essentially where you get funded by a platform to go in and trade, and then you split the rewards. So with Tordess, you can get funded up to $100,000, yes, $100K of other people's money that you can then trade with and keep up to 90% of the profits. Again, if it sounds too good to be true, it's a very common, very popular way to trade Forex in the traditional markets. That's not something that is new. It's a very proven industry, and Tordess is bringing that into Web3. So without any further ado, I've got Dut, the co-founder and CEO of Tordess, here with us, as well as Roche, one of their top traders, and our guide through this TA with Tordess journey the last couple months here. Gentlemen, how you doing today?
I'm good. The market is very unpredictable, but it's always a good time to do two things. First is to go to Tordess and try your competitions or challenge account, because whether it's a bull or bear market, it's always a good time to try prop trading, and you don't have to risk a lot of your money. Just try a competition or spend on a small challenge account to try your trading skills and see whether you can get funding of up to $100,000 and can withdraw most of the profits you made from it. And second thing is always a good time to learn TA, technical analysis, especially during this market. It's very hard to predict, but try to learn the fundamentals. Let's try to learn the TA, and that's why we have this TA with Tordess program that we are trying to do every week now. So how are you doing, Roche?
No better time to get out there and improve your TA skills. I mean, right now the market's been pretty boring. Most of us have been sidelined, not a whole hell of a lot going on. So might as well stay locked in, go out there, improve those skills, play around. Tordess has demo accounts that you can go on there and practice with. They've got their is it monthly free trading competition, or is it weekly free trading competition?
It's a monthly
trading competition where you can win an account that is funded. And then to get into these, larger funded accounts, it's for as cheap as $50, and you pass a challenge, you can get 5K to go trade with. So great way to get started, especially in kind of slow markets like this. Sorry to cut you off there, Roche. Go for it, man. How you doing?
No, I'm doing pretty good, guys. Yeah, everything's fine.
Fresh off another one of your crazy ultra marathons.
That as well, yes. Market's been really boring, which I kind of love because I don't have to look at it.
Yeah, if you guys haven't watched, it's your first time on TA with Tordess. Roche is not only a beast of a trader, he's a beast of I guess it wouldn't even be typical running. Like a lot of the stuff he's doing are off-road, up mountains, running 30, 50, 60K through the mountains in all kinds of weather conditions. So dude's just an all-around beast. We appreciate you having you on, man.
Thank you very much, guys. Yeah.
So
let's get into it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a very interesting topic, one I'm very excited for. And again, we probably have a lot of new people tuning in here. So for those of you that don't know me or not super familiar with my role with Crypto Paradise, I am not a trader. On our side, Nick Hellman, the crypto hitman, he's our TA, he's our technical analysis, our trader guy. And so I came on to be the host here because I want to learn. I'm learning along with you guys as we look at all these different setups, these different charts and techniques for TA. Because I am an absolute noob when it comes to trading. I do very, very little trading, but it's something a skill that I would love to develop. And so I'm a perfect host for this because I'm in the dark with you guys. Hopefully, I'm asking some of the same questions that pop up in your heads when you're watching this. So that's I'm excited for this one because this is something I've never heard of before. Today we're going to be talking about the ATR indicator, the average true range, brand new strategy for me. Great idea on this one, Roche, and looking forward to learn about it along with the Crypto Paradise and Tordess viewers here.
Great. So let's get into it. So ATR is two things. First of all, it showcases the volatility of the market. Okay. And the second thing is we call it a stop loss hunter. Okay. So it's where you learn where to put your stop loss. So if we go into here, can you see the chart? Yeah.
Yeah, we got your chart here.
Yes.
Okay. So cool. So if it goes down, so it's the ATR on the 20-day, right? If it goes down, it means there's less volatility. And it's funny because you can see it went down here on the 21st of March.
We're looking at the bottom half of the chart, the red line, or the three the lines above and below on
So if you look at the red line at the bottom,
okay,
right, it went down, but the market stayed stable. But the volatility went down. That automatically tells you that the market will continue to go up. And now it's going down again from today, and the market's still stable. So we might just see another push up. I mean, we can never say we do, but historically, this means that the market will go up from here.
So on
the ATR,
the red line with the ATR, that's it's an indication of overall market trading volume or
volatility.
Volatility.
No, market volatility. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. It's not necessarily now. How does it indicate the direction of the volatility or typically high volatility is like big moves or a lot of chop or something like that.
Yes. So
right.
So it does, unfortunately, not.
Okay.
That's the thing. It doesn't. And it's something that is mainly used as a backtesting tool. For instance, I'm going to just swap over here on the daily. Okay. Let's see this. So here you can kind of see the volatility is actually quite high on the daily at the moment, right? So but the nice thing is here, it started going down and the market started going up. This is a very, very good sign. If the volatility goes down and the market goes up, that's a steady market. That's a good market. The best example you'll see on this is Bitcoin, and the other one would be the S&P 500. So, for instance, if you go on the weekly here, you can see volatility was high, and now it's kind of going down. The market is cooling down. This doesn't mean that the price is cooling down. It just means that the spikes of going up and down is cooling down. So the market is getting steady. And you can see it in the alts. So, for instance, if we go on the daily, right? Since the market turned here, the alts have been going up again because the market is stable.
So, what's the setup we could use for this? And I guess when we're reading this chart, are we looking at just the direction up or down that are we looking for high volatility indicated by this, low volatility, or are we looking at like the levels themselves? Like I see there's like some indicator numbers on the right hand side.
You see these numbers. So they are called stop loss hunters, stop and profit loss hunters. So whether you short or long, these will kind of tell you where to put your stop. But you kind of want to use them on the smaller time frames, for instance, like the hour. So if you'd enter now, right, and you wanted to long, your TP would be at 87. It's going to zoom in here, but your TP would be at 87 and your stop would be at 86.5.
Okay.
So that's kind of the range that you would trade into. But this is just a bonus.
So I see you have two different, like as a top half of your chart and a bottom half of your chart. Is that the same tool that pulls up both of those, or is there two different tools you have added?
It's two different tools. Yes.
Okay. And
so
what
people
are those
can just
tools?
find them if they go to indicators and they put in ATR. Okay, this is the first one. This is the red line at the bottom. They just need to change the time frame here. It will be 14. I'll just delete this one. I'll show you actually. So if they go ATR and they click on it, it would be 14 days automatically. I like to change it to 20 days. It just gives me a better idea of what's going on in the market in general. So they just change it to 20 days, and then the one on the top, take it off again. This one would be ATR, and then it will say stop loss finder.
Oh, nice.
We can, yeah, that's it. The ATR stop loss finder.
Okay.
And we can copy the source code for people if we want. If people want this in the, if they want to use it in their own scripts and whatever, and they comment on the video, we can send it to them, and then they can. A lot of people take the source code and then they edit it to their own way because these are open source indicators, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can then tweak it a little bit, and people use it in their bots and whatever. But I mean, we don't do that, but you can. Yeah.
Gotcha. So I think for the top half, the ATR stop loss hunter there, I think that one's pretty self-explanatory in terms of how to use it. If you're opening a long, you got you got your take profit on top and your stop loss on the bottom. If you're opening a short, you got your take profit on the bottom and your stop loss on the top there. But for the other ATR indicator, the red line on the bottom, how are you using that to set up a trade? Or you said maybe you just use it for back tests. I guess explain maybe how
So I use ATR for understanding the market conditions. That's what I use it for. So if this line suddenly starts climbing, which is actually doing on the hour, but let's go to the daily. Let's take the daily for an example, because the daily looks very healthy. The volatility is going down, right? If this thing goes to the bottom and it goes here, let's say middle May, starts turning upwards, and I see that the price of BTC is going down, but the ATR is turning up, I will short all altcoins.
Okay,
because you think Bitcoin will increase, right?
Because Bitcoin will decrease, but this will also mean that Bitcoin dominance will increase, because most of the times when Bitcoin tanks, Bitcoin dominance increases. When Bitcoin just slightly corrects, Bitcoin dominance goes down, because it's a correction in the market, but it's not a mini crash, right? It's not a black swan event, right? So, and we have multiple black swan events in BTC. People who are new think that the market just goes up and goes down. But we just had one the other day where BTC, what did it touch? It went down to, what was it? It went all the way down to 76, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, how many people did that stop out? And if let's go back, let's have a look here. So, for instance, here, I'll show you now, Nathan. So here you can see, here was the peak when the price was 76. Look at the volatility at the top.
Yeah, and you can see the lot taller, longer candles correlating with the high volatility days, and as it comes down and flatter, you see a lot shorter candles.
So is it right that
here it also went down, and then it went up, and then look what happened to the price. So it went down, and the price stayed stable, and then it went up, and then look what happened to the price. It just tanked, right? But the volatility continued to increase. It continued to increase, and the price continued to go down. And now that the market is stable, look what's happening with the price of BTC. It's climbing. So volatility, I personally like ATR to use it mostly for shorting the market. It just because bulls are built over time, but shorts are built overnight. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
If the S&P starts to, just for example, if the S&P crashes tomorrow, right? Way more people are going to make money from that crash than what people made investing in S&P over the last 50 years. Not that I'm saying it would, but if it would happen. And I would encourage people to go and test this tool on anything that they use, because it's just a very good indicator of getting historical data of what's going on the charts. I wouldn't say even it's a trading tool, but it's definitely a technical analysis tool. But it's not a trading tool, if it makes sense. Does that make sense?
It's helping you get a better overall picture of the macro environment and what's going on in the markets currently. It's not going
There's
to
something I
necessarily give you
noticed
a
from the
buy or
chart.
a sell order, but it's going to tell you that there's potential indicators in the market that would have a setup for you.
But there's something I noticed from the chart that is that right if you look at reversals, like let's say if the price decreasing, but then volatility is at the top, so it's the time to probably long it because there's going to be a
Definitely.
reversals. I see.
That's exactly what I mean. Yes, that's exactly that. So if volatility is at the top and you see an increase in price, a stabilization in price, and it turns up, yes, you can definitely long from there.
I see.
Very cool. This is a super
And
useful tool, man.
I would encourage people to when they watch this, right? It's like trading is not something that just takes an hour a day. Like you see these Instagrammers. I don't know if you've seen this new meme about the morning routine of the billionaire guy. Have you seen this? Trading is not that. The best I've ever learned was 11, 12 hours days where I didn't take a single trade. And I just sat in front of my PC and I backtested everything. And then that knowledge will only be suffice 9 months down the line, right? You're going to wake up one day and you're going to be like, oh, I remember that. I sorted that. Oh, it's in my journal. I know what to do here. So I think people most of the time, they think that trading is easy, and it is. It's the easiest, hardest money you'll ever make.
It's the long
That's
game.
it.
Too many people look at this industry as a
Yes,
get-rich-quick
it
scheme,
is.
and it's definitely not that.
It's a very mental game as well, because there's no reward for the work. You're not working against someone else. You're working against a computer, and a very big one. It's called the monetary system. I'm not joking. I'm serious, and that's why people are lazy to do it. They would rather just buy something or buy a bot or buy this instead of learning how the market works. I think most people will probably snap trading at the age of 65 if they started at 30, including myself. I actually know nothing, but I do my best, I do my best. I'll just
Lifetime
say
journey.
that. Yeah, definitely. Yes.
Well, man, I think this
So
is
it's something
a
that
very
people can
interesting
look
tool.
at.
Probably something that most people watching have not heard of before. I know I certainly was unfamiliar with it. I think that you said the same thing. But it looks like a powerful tool. Something that can be very useful. I especially like the the stop loss indicator there. That's I don't do a lot of trading.
I'm going to show you Doge at the moment quickly.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Just something else. So, the dog is dancing. Yeah. Okay, so
Nice.
yeah. So here we can see this. Your alts are even better because the volatility is more, right? So it just went down, but the price went down. The volatility went down, but the price went down. And now it's turning up, and it goes up again. And that reason is because alts are more volatile than Bitcoin. So using ATR on Bitcoin, using ATR on alts, two different worlds. That's why I said I use the ATR on BTC to know when to short or long alts. That's all I use it for. I never use it on an alt. I only use it to indicate what's going to happen to the alts.
Yeah, the alts.
Interesting.
Yeah, pretty typically, whenever if Bitcoin's going to dump, the alts are going to dump 5 times as hard.
Exactly.
It's a very, very good point.
And I'll show you another thing quickly. I don't know if people notice, but let's do this. So you can actually put alerts on the ATR. So you can put an alert on the ATR, and you can just put it crossing up or crossing down. So when like a lot of times people are sleeping, which is normal because that's what we do. We sleep, right? And you can put an alert on the ATR if it's crossing up or crossing down. And then when you wake up the next morning, you have an alert. And because the ATR it has a bit of a delayed effect, you can still enter the trade to either short or long. Because you have, when you open your phone, right, you see the trading view notification telling you, okay, it went up or down, and now you kind of know what direction the market is going.
That's that I think is pretty powerful. A lot of the tools that we see a lot of times are, if you don't see
Yes,
the indicator fire off, you're going to miss the trade. This is something that front runs the market a bit, and you can still have the opportunity to catch that down the road.
definitely. And if you're trading BTC, that's why we use the top indicator. Because let's
Yeah.
say the bottom ATR turned and you missed a trade, you still have the range for your short, for your stop loss and your TP.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, very cool, man. Roche, this is another great
Awesome.
episode here. Great information. Again, you also typed up a PDF for some definitions and some back
Yes.
history of the ATR and kind of how to use it. If anybody watching wants to get their hands on that, just leave a comment on this video here, and we will get that across to you. Anything else you wanted to cover with the ATR here before we wrap things up?
The only other thing I would say is there's so many good guys out there, traders, and there's so many free guides out there that actually explain these things. I would encourage people, even if you're not going to use anything, if you hear about something, right, don't try and use it. Try and understand it and see if it works for you or not. That's it. Look at
Sure.
that. Lad loves it because he knows it's true, right?
Yeah, because ATR is definitely not an indicator for newbies. It's probably a bit more advanced than what the other indicators we have been covering in normally TA with
Yes.
Tordess episodes. So, and also, I believe that these are lagging indicators. So sometimes
Yes.
actions, it will probably take a lot of back tests, and it is probably more for more advanced or intermediate users. But these are
Yes.
very cool tools, especially with the one on stop loss and take profit range over there. That
Yeah.
can be very useful when market is boring like this, because probably you can earn quick profits on small trades with that.
Definitely. Yes, for ranging markets, it works really well. Definitely. Okay.
Well, awesome, guys. I think another fantastic episode. Again, something I've never heard of before. Always fun to see new things like this. Add it to your arsenal of trading tools. Guys, appreciate you
Yes.
having you on this week. We'll be back again next week. I think we missed last week. We had some
Yes.
scheduling conflicts, but we'll be back next week. Get another episode recorded here. Any updates on the project side, Dut, before we sign out here?
Yes, so we complete the season one airdrop with Crypto Paradise. We are verifying all the details, and we make an announcement soon once it's done. So the market, hopefully we have some improvement in April. So we are working towards that, and the team is still working overhead towards TGE within early Q2 this year. So stay tuned for all the details on that.
Awesome.
And in the meantime, go to toddies.com to try the free monthly competitions. And when you are ready, take a challenge, because even with the market being very unpredictable, very unpredictable, a lot of users are still making good trades on toddies.com. If you don't, even if you're not an active trader, go to Tordess and check the leaderboard, check the trading feeds, and see how other traders are doing, and you probably get some idea from that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Whether the market's up, down, or sideways, traders can make money. So get good in there and start leveling up your skills. Those free monthly trading challenges are a great way. Again, you can win a $5,000 trading account. That's $5,000 cash to go and trade with. I don't know why. With nothing, no downside to that there. Work on improving your skills for free, and maybe get rewarded with 5K for it. So awesome, guys. Yeah, and the season one airdrop for Tordess went fantastic. I looking forward to seeing the results on that. And maybe we'll have a season 2 airdrop to look forward to here closer to TGE. We'll let you know. It's the best place to tune in each week and find out more about that. So until then, we'll see you on the beach.